I used to think slowing down was a sign of weakness, that if I walked less, if I took longer to get out of bed, it meant I was falling behind. But one day I stopped judging myself, and I started listening. My body wasn't giving up. It was simply asking me to change, and that's when everything shifted. If you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and noticing things are getting harder, this video isn't here to scold or shame you. It's here to remind you, you still have power, and you can still move forward, not by doing more, but by doing better, with intention and heart. Here are 5 things I started doing when walking got harder, and they changed everything. Sleep isn't a break. It's the repair shop of your life. I didn't used to think much about sleep. It was just what happened when the day ran out. You work, you eat, you sit, you watch the news, and then sleep takes over. But after 60, I noticed something. I wasn't waking up refreshed anymore. Some mornings I felt more tired than the night before. I thought maybe it was just old age. That foggy brain, stiff joints, and that heavy, dragging feeling. Maybe it was normal. But here's what changed things for me. I stopped thinking of sleep as just rest and started seeing it as the most powerful healing tool I had. Because sleep isn't a passive state. It's a repair shop. It's where the mind resets, where the muscles recover, where the immune system sharpens its tools and the heart takes a breath. If you shortchange your sleep, you shortchange your future. I used to lie in bed with the TV on, my phone by my pillow. I'd scroll through headlines, text messages, the weather. Then I'd wonder why my sleep felt broken. Now I treat my bedroom like a sacred space. No screens, no harsh lights, just quiet. I read a few pages from a book. I light a soft candle, I stretch, I breathe. And most importantly, I forgive the day. That last one matters. If you go to bed angry, tense, or disappointed, you bring that into your sleep. And your sleep knows it, so I've made peace a habit. I thank my body for getting me through. I tell it, you did enough today, now rest. Since making these changes, my sleep hasn't been perfect. Some nights I still wake up, but I no longer fear it. I know my body is working for me, not against me. I wake up with more clarity. My mood is lighter. I remember names, details, little things I used to lose. You might be surprised how much your life can change. Not from doing more, but from sleeping better. It's not about chasing 8 hours. It's about giving your body the best chance to heal, reset, and carry you into tomorrow. Because rest is resistance. And sleep isn't the end of the day. It's the beginning of the next one. The danger isn't walking less. It's sitting still too long. I used to love my chair. It was old, soft, and molded to the way I sat. After breakfast, I'd read the paper in it. After lunch, I'd doze off in it. In the evening, I'd sit there watching the news, the game, a movie, anything. That chair was comfort, and I thought comfort was harmless. Until one day, I noticed something simple but unsettling. I was sitting more than I was standing. And when I did try to stand, my knees creaked, my back groaned. Getting up started to feel like lifting a house. My body wasn't failing, it was forgetting. Muscles don't just weaken with age, they fade from disuse. And I realized something nobody warns you about. The more you sit, the harder it is to rise. And one day you just don't. That scared me, not in a panic kind of way, but deep down, because I don't want someone helping me out of a chair someday. I want to help myself. So I made a decision, not dramatic, just real. I started standing, every hour, just for a minute, walking to the sink, stretching my arms, lifting my legs. I turned passive habits into active ones. I march in place while the kettle boils. I pace slowly when I talk on the phone. I don't exercise, I move. That change in mindset helped, because exercise sounded like something you do in a gym. But movement That's life. Now, when I watch TV, I stand during the commercials. I do ankle rolls. I wiggle my toes. It may not look like much, but inside it's keeping me alive. My legs feel stronger. My balance is steadier. I'm not out of breath climbing stairs anymore. And I don't dread standing up. That's the gift of movement. It gives back what stillness takes away. We think of sitting as neutral, but it's not. Sitting is quiet erosion. It doesn't hurt at first. But one day your strength's gone, and you don't remember when you lost it, so move, even just a little. Every step is a vote for your independence. And one day when someone your age says, "I can't get out of the chair like I used to," you'll smile gently and think, "I still can because I never stopped trying." You don't need a doctor. You might just need the sun. I used to think the sun was just something to avoid, something that gave you wrinkles, sunspots, maybe even cancer. That's what they say on TV, right? Wear your SPF, stay inside during peak hours. But the older I got, the more I realized something strange. I felt better on days when I spent time outside, not just physically, emotionally. My thoughts felt clearer. My chest didn't feel so heavy. My spirit wasn't stuck in the mud. And it wasn't some miracle vitamin or expensive supplement. It was light, plain, natural, free sunlight. Just stepping outside for 10 minutes a day did more than any pill ever could. I felt awake again, connected. It's easy to forget in our comfortable homes how much we need the world outside. We pull the curtains shut. We sit in dim rooms with artificial light. We live more in pixels than in places, but we are not meant to live like that. Our bones crave sunlight. Our brain needs it to know when to rest, when to rise. Without enough light, the body confuses night and day, and the mind gets lost in the fog. I don't sunbathe. I don't lie out on the lawn like a teenager. I just go outside. I let the sun touch my face. I let the breeze remind me I'm still part of the world. Some days I sit on the porch with a cup of tea. Some days I take a slow walk around the block. It's not about the distance, it's about being present. The light doesn't just hit your skin. It wakes up something inside you. Call it mood, call it rhythm, call it soul. But it matters. These days, when I feel low, I don't reach for the remote. I reach for the door handle, and I step out. Not far, not long. Just far enough to remind myself I'm still here. The world is still turning, and the sun hasn't forgotten me. You don't always need a new prescription. Sometimes you just need to feel the morning light on your skin. Let the sunlight remind you you're alive, and you still matter. Your legs aren't failing you. They're waiting for you. There was a morning when I stood up from bed and almost fell. My legs didn't hurt exactly, they just didn't respond. It was like the message from my brain got delayed somewhere. That moment scared me more than any doctor's diagnosis, because it wasn't dramatic, it was subtle, and I knew this is how it begins, when independence quietly slips away. But I'm not one to give up without asking questions. Why were my legs slowing down? Why did stairs feel steeper? Why did I hesitate before rising from a chair? The answer wasn't complicated. I had simply stopped using them the way I used. 2. I walked less. I took the elevator. I let convenience win over strength, and my legs noticed. Muscles, you see, are like loyal friends. If you ignore them long enough, they don't get angry. They just drift away. But the beautiful thing? They come back, and when you do, I didn't join a gym, I didn't hire a trainer, I just started where I was. Every morning I stand up and sit back down, 5 times, without using my hands. That's it. That was my beginning. Some days I march in place while brushing my teeth. Some evenings I walk the hallway back and forth like a ship on a quiet sea. Then came leg lifts while watching TV, side steps while waiting for the kettle to boil. Tiny things. But they're stacking up, and my legs. They noticed again. I felt steadier in the shower. I didn't grip the banister so tightly going downstairs. I caught myself from tripping once, and that to me felt like victory. This isn't about sculpting muscle or chasing youth. It's about trusting your own body again, knowing that you have what it takes, not to run, not to lift heavy things, but simply to stay standing. So if your legs feel weak, don't scold them, talk to them, invite them back, remind them what they're capable of. Start small, stay kind. Your legs aren't giving up on you. They're waiting for you to remember them. Your body still wants to flow. Just give it away. I used to think things like yoga and Tai Chi were for other people, people more flexible, more graceful, people without creaky knees or a stiff back. I thought, that ship has sailed. I missed my window. But then I saw someone older than me moving slowly in the park. Not fast, not fancy, but flowing like water following a quiet path. There was peace in her movements, calm in every breath, and something about it stirred me. So I tried it, not in a studio, not in a class, just in my living room, one pose at a time, one deep breath at a time. And I felt something shift, not in my joints, not right away, but in my attitude. For the first time in a long while, I didn't feel at war with my body. I wasn't pushing it. I was listening. Yoga and Tai Chi aren't about being strong or flexible. They're about being present, about moving with kindness, about reconnecting with a part of yourself that got left behind when life got loud. These gentle movements do more than stretch muscles. They quiet the mind. They teach balance. Not just the kind that keeps you from falling, but the kind that keeps you from spiraling. I learned to breathe again. I don't mean just in and out. I mean breathing with intention, slowing down my thoughts through my lungs. And with every slow exhale, I let go of a bit of fear. Aging used to scare me. Now it humbles me, because I realize I don't need to be fast. I just need to be here, one stretch, one breath, one peaceful moment at a time. If you've ever thought yoga or Tai Chi isn't for you, let me tell you something clearly it is. Not because you're young, but because you're alive, and while you are, your body still wants to move, still wants to be heard. So give it a chance. You may be surprised what grace is still inside you, waiting to be invited back. If you've made it this far, thank you. Thank you for giving yourself these few quiet minutes. Getting older doesn't mean fading away. It means choosing how you want to live each day. Not with pressure, not with fear, but with presence. Maybe you'll walk a little more. Maybe you'll sit a little less. Maybe you'll stretch, or breathe, or just feel the sun on your face again. Whatever you choose, let it come from love, not worry, because you're not here to survive. You're here to live.